Soundbite of the week. Charles Huff, the Marshall head coach, talking about taking on Ohio State football.
I feel good about the track we're on. Trust me, I know where we are, but I feel good about the track we're on. And I feel good about the players we have. Would love to have some of those guys from Ohio State, too. So if they want to transfer on down, we've got a Tudor's Biscuit NIL, all you can eat. So if any of those guys that run really, really fast at Ohio State like Tudor's Biscuits, I promise you, all you can eat all day if you transfer here. So, but yeah.
I mean, sold. Where do I sign to go to Marshall?
Well, it got me to thinking that we haven't heard from you yet this year, TJ Jefferson, a Rich Eisen Show tradition.
Yes.
Which is what are we going to do again here, sir?
Well, college football puts out their all-name team every year, right? And now with these NIL deals, I know there's a lot of money floating around that I think some of these kids should get. So I'm trying to help them out a little bit.
Well, I already looked. Ohio State does not have a player named Biscuit or not even a nickname of Biscuit.
They do not.
Man.
They do not.
Not even think close to a bread product.
That was perfect.
So that's the idea of your NIL. You're trying to match names
to
with
products.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jay Philly.
Go ahead.
Hit my music.
Let's go.
Now, by the way, Tudor's Biscuits, by the way, you've looked at these, right?
I was at the menu.
They look a little bit delicious, Rich.
I want some.
I want to try the Duke or the shaved ham melt if we ever get a chance. I'm just going to throw that out there. But Ohio State, you mentioned them, right?
Yes.
Ohio State does have a guy named Aaron Noland. He's a quarterback. So that just made me think any airline should be happy to pair up with him. Whether it's American, Delta, United, Southwest, JetBlue, Spirit, Alaskan, Qatar, Korean, Qantas, Lufthansa, any of them. Hook up with Air Nolan, rather. And by the way, they're a Nike school, so they might already have an Air Jordan hookup. I don't know. That would be kind of boring. But I think, one of these airlines should hook up with Air Nolan. And now we got Buffalo Cruz. He's an O lineman out of Texas, San Antonio.
Buffalo Cruz? K-R-U-I-Z-E.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I tried to find the pronunciation of his name for about 2 days. I'm assuming it's Cruz. Okay.
It is Cruz.
Let's go with Wild Wings or Cruise. That's
Any
Carnival Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, any one of those big boats. Maybe the boat that Arch Manning's going to help me buy.
Buffalo Cruz
should be the guy.
That's just
now you got Cadillac Roan, right?
Oh, boy.
Out of Northwestern State. Now, back in the day, Rich, Cadillac Brome, that was one of them old school player cars. You get the 8-track, cassette tape, and listen to the Isley Brothers or P-Funk or, Kool and the Gang or something. Why wouldn't Lexus get in touch with Cadillac Roan and say Cadillacs drive Lexuses?
I got it.
Makes kind of sense to me.
I wasn't thinking that, but very good.
Yeah,
or just straight Cadillac.
Or Cadillac too, but again,
any General Motors product.
Yeah, Champion Johnson.
He doesn't even need one.
Obviously,
come on,
if
man.
you've met me for more than 5 minutes, you know where I wanted to go with this, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do what everybody wants me to do. I'm just going to leave that one alone, and I'm going to say, because Rich, nobody likes the guy who has the highest layup percentage in the league, right, Chris? Nobody cares that Sean Livingston had a great mid-range jumper. They just want the three-pointer. So that's why I decided to go with Johnson & Johnson
I thought
products.
You'd go with another one, Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Well, that popped into my head. But think about this, right? A plethora of Johnson & Johnson products. Right?
Okay, very good. What else?
Benadryl, Motrin, Sudafed, Tylenol, Johnson & Johnson baby powder, like no tears. If you get a Champion Johnson, you might need some of these baby products from Johnson & Johnson. What else we got? We got Dash Dorsey, okay?
Is Kansas?
Out of Kent State, Mrs. Dash seasoning. You can get the herb, tomato, basil, garlic, taco, lemon, pepper, everything but the salt. All types of seasonings for Dash Dorsey.
What about
there.
Door?
Well, we'll get to that. Don't get ahead of me right now.
My bad. Okay.
D.I.C. Hopkins, he's a DB out of Georgia State. That's the Icy company, right? You got your Icies, you got your slushies, you got your frozen pops, you got your swirled ice pops, all types of summertime treats. The Icy Hopkins.
Could do antifreeze as well?
You could do that. Yeah, I like that. Gunner Trout. My man's name is Gunnar Trout. He's a punter from Florida A&M. Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, punter.
Come on.
Punters deserve.
Come on, you want to fish,
Yeah,
you want to
Gunnar
hunt,
Trout.
you want to boat.
Perfect.
Gunnar Trout and Bass Pro Shop got
Yeah,
you covered. You want to
let's do
scope,
it.
a crossbow.
Bass Pro Shop.
Fella, you want a heated ground blind combo? They got you. Outboard motors, winches, and tie downs. It's all there.
Nice.
Gunnar Trout for Bass Pro Shops. Then we got Lumpy DeWeese. Okay. When you think somebody
Who's
don't want
Lumpy DeWeese?
Lumpy DeWeese, he's a DB out of Stetson. Okay, what you don't want, Lumpy, your mattress.
Okay.
So why
Oh.
not sleep number beds? You can adjust the firmness on each side. You want to deep dive into your sleep science and research of your nocturnal activities.
working.
They got plush comfort pillows, advanced cooling, all that stuff. Lumpy DeWeese. I'm here.
Lumpy DeWeese.
Number about that.
What a name.
Now you got Midnight Steward, right? Now, you know what a steward is. A steward is a person who looks after the passengers on the ship,
Yeah.
aircraft, or trains and brings them meals. They're also responsible for the supplies of food, to colleges or other institutions. Midnight Steward, that's DoorDash or Uber Eats.
Okay.
Late night, they're in
Okay.
charge
I
of
see
bringing
you
the
working.
food. You see where I'm going with
See
that?
you working.
With Midnight Steward?
Where does Midnight Steward play?
Midnight Steward, he's a DB from Sanford.
Okay.
Sanford.
You're going deep.
Wow.
Now we have Uber Ajongo. Now, obviously, most people would say Uber. You know me. When people go right, I go left. If I'm Lyft, I'm giving Uber all the money and be like, even Uber.
Please tell me.
Even Uber
Lyft.
takes Lyft.
Please
Uber
tell me.
Ajongo, he's a lineman from Wake Forest. He plays O-line. And, I just feel like these are some pretty good NIL deals. for
Please
these
tell me
kids to have.
Uber Ajongo is a 5-star recruit. Please tell me.
Well done, Rich.
Please tell me.
Well, he's definitely
He
higher
got
than
5 stars.
He's definitely
Please.
higher than your Uber rating. I'm sure. I'm sure of that.
Oh,
But yeah, there we go, man.
Well
There's
done, sir.
Some
Well
money,
done.
free money. Money's out there,
Well
Rich. I want to hand it out like it's mine.
Lumpy DeWeese.
Lumpy DeWeese. Get that sleep number.
Louise.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Are you literally looking up
I'm
Uber
looking up
Ajongo's
Uber
star
Ajongo's,
rating?
I am, actually.
I want to thank you guys.
4.34?
I really appreciate you guys
454?
going with me with Champion Johnson because there was
Thank you.
just so many ways
I
to
appreciate
go.
that as well.
His name is Champion Johnson. Come on.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.